Now it's time for some Tune In Tuesday with our music correspondent, Lauren Cortizo. Now, this first one I'm a little upset about. Okay, I'm a Lady Gaga fan. I'm going to admit it. You know, I jam out to her tunes. I love her outfits that are just insane. I think she's just a spectacle. But now she's being hated on by none other than Bette Midler. Now, this is a feud I never saw coming.
Right, same here.
What is that?
What is going on? So basically, Lady Gaga was just in Sydney, and she played a show. And during this show, she introduced a new character, and it's a wheelchair-bound mermaid alter ego.
Doesn't make sense.
Right, and basically what's happening is that Bette Midler said she had this alter ego before. She introduced this in the 80s, and it's one of those things too. It's like, how did two people think of such a ridiculous idea? And that's kind of what Bette Midler was saying. She was saying, Lady Gaga clearly stole this idea from me, and I want to be able to get some credit. So the first thing she did was she went straight to Twitter. Actually, a friend of Bette Midler spoke to a representative from the Huffington Post, and she said it might sound like Bette is joking, but she's actually really angry. She said to this day she regrets never saying anything in the 80s when Madonna placed her as the vulgar singer. So she says that in her past she's felt like singers have kind of taken things from her, and she hasn't gotten credit.
So now it's all this pent-up rage is coming out against Lady Gaga.
Blink-182, they just released their first song in 8 years, and they released it online. I listened to it. It sounds a lot like their newer music that they came out with 8 years ago from their self-titled album. And so this song is called Up in the Night. It's from their new album Neighborhoods, just coming out at the end of the summer. They realized that each member of the band has their own sort of music taste and their own style and their own inspiration, which is how they came up with the name Neighborhoods. It's the idea that, you know, they're all different, but they all form together to make one group, which is kind of what this new album is basically going to be about. That was their inspiration.
Red Hot Chili Peppers, their new single.
Yes.
We're pumped up.
Yes, so they released it yesterday online, and you'll like the name of the song. It's called The Adventure of Rain Dance Maggie.
Wait, is it really? I didn't even know that yet. Do you like the song? Do you like what he's had to say about it?
I do. I thought it was super catchy. It starts out with the cowbell, which is really interesting. I just thought it was very, very similar to Stadium Arcadium. So I found this one to definitely be the most interesting album being released today. The band's called Big Talk, self-titled album Big Talk. And basically, this is the drummer from The Killers. And this is his first solo project. His name is Ronnie Venuti Jr., and he's singing and playing guitar on this album.
Really? But he's the drummer for The Killers?
Right, and I think it's so interesting because I was looking at some reviews and people who went by track kind of breakdown, and they always say, you know, every song is so different on this album. I really liked it, and I think it's one of those albums that people should really check out, and if you listen to one song and don't like it, you have to keep listening because you might find one that you're into.
Lauren, I had not heard of this yet, and I thank you so much, as always, sharing your musical insight with us on TPN Following.